Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's headlines. J.D. Power and Ford lower their sales forecast. Honda builds an ethanol R&D facility, and Toyota explores making cars from biomass. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Friday, February 27, 2009, and now the news. Car sales in the American market are bad, and J.D. Power seems to be getting more pessimistic because it just lowered its forecast for the year. Power shaved 1 million units off its forecast and says sales this year will only hit 10.4 million cars and trucks. The Detroit Free Press reports that Ford also knocked 1 million units off its forecast, but it has a much wider range of where sales could come in, anywhere from 10.5 to 12.5 million vehicles. Honda announced it will build an R&D facility to work towards cellulosic ethanol production. The R&D facility will be built within the Kazusa Academia Park in Japan. Japanese automakers tend to lag in flex fuel vehicles, though I imagine Honda learned a thing or two about ethanol in the IRL, since Indy cars now run on ethanol and Honda is the sole engine supplier for the 500 at the Brickyard. Volvo will unveil the refreshed S80 at next week's Geneva Motor Show. Volvo designers gave the car a more upscale and luxurious feel and made it lower, longer, and wider than before. They also gave it a new grille. Inside it offers stitched leather, aluminum dials, and metal trim on the wheel and gear selector. It's offered with an all-new twin-turbo 5-cylinder 2.4-liter turbo diesel and also available with an upgraded 2.4-liter diesel. The S80 goes on sale this spring. Future cars might just be made out of plants, even seaweed. Ford is using soy-based foam in some of its seats, and now Toyota is tinkering with natural materials. This is the 1X concept. It's a plug-in hybrid with carbon fiber reinforced plastic throughout the body and frame. Some of the resins were derived from natural materials to minimize environmental impact and mass. The 1X concept tips the scales at a featherweight 925 pounds. You know, anyone with a good scanner can copy anything these days. So Virginia is ditching color photos on its driver licenses. Autoblog reports the state is using lasers to literally etch a driver's photo into the license. That makes them difficult to counterfeit. The reason they're only black and white right now is that lasers can't do color, at least not yet. And we couldn't resist this one from Autoblog. Let this be a warning to those of you who want dark tinted windows on your car. A guy went missing in Gainesville, Florida for 5 days and probably would have never been found except that a resident called police to report that a 2001 BMW 330i had been parked in the same spot all that time. When the police checked it out, they found the guy was dead in the back seat. But they also noticed the car had been ticketed 7 times. There were 7 parking tickets under the windshield wiper, but no one ever noticed there was a dead guy in the back seat. Coming up next, we'll take a look at Lincoln's new MKT crossover. We'll be back right after this.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous, but with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
At last year's Detroit Auto Show, Lincoln took the wraps off a concept vehicle called the MKT. At this year's show, the production version of the luxury crossover took the center stage. Lincoln designers stayed true to the concept and its unique look, keeping the big, toothy grille and bulging backside. The MKT's fresh look is matched by lots of new features. Ever since Sync came out, Ford's been making a big push for technology. Advanced electronics are spreading across all of its vehicles, and the MKT gets plenty of new features, from rain-sensing wipers to an automatic parking system. On the hardware side of things, 2 different engines are offered. A 268 horsepower V6 is standard, and Lincoln claims it'll deliver segment-leading fuel economy. A twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 is optional, delivering an estimated 355 horsepower. Both engines are matched to a 6-speed automatic transmission, that can be controlled with paddle shifters mounted on the steering wheel. The MKT has a luxurious interior with stitched trim panels. Ice blue gauges face the driver, while some models have a center console that flows back to the second row seats where it houses a mini refrigerator. Just like other Ford crossovers, the third row folds flat into the floor for more cargo capacity, and it tips backwards to make a comfortable seat for tailgating. The 2010 Lincoln MKT will be swimming in a sea of competitors when it goes on sale late this summer. The brand is no doubt hoping its distinctive style and laundry list of tech features will set it apart from its rivals. Okay, it's Friday. Time to announce the winner of this week's trivia contest. Since Saab has recently run into some trouble, we challenged you to identify what year General Motors acquired the Swedish automaker. And it was a rip-roaring year. Germany was united again. The pilot episode of Seinfeld debuted, and Iraq invaded Kuwait. The correct answer is, it was 1990. As always, my crack team has randomly selected today's winner from the pool of correct responses. Pookie, the envelope, please. Right, the Pook Master's back. And the winner is Ben Cox of Greenville, South Carolina. Congratulations, Ben. You've just won 2 pieces of Saab memorabilia, a leather business card holder, and a wine stopper. Anyway, that brings us to the end of today's show. Don't forget, you can always get podcast transcripts and a lot more at our website, AutolineDaily.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Monday.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.